Hey, Shalom Yasharala, which means peace, Israel. I'd like to start out by giving our praises and honor and our glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash, Yahweh. That's the true and powerful mighty name of who the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, Yahweh, or Higher. Bahashem means in the name, Yahweh Shai. That's the true and powerful mighty name of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Yeshua, or Yeshaya. And the Rahakwadash is the Holy Spirit. According to the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have learned the truth of the Bible from, and peace, blessing, safety, and salutation until the hopeful elect, and to you believers and listeners out there that came back into the faith and obedience of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And much love and respect to you brothers pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth, risking your lives and freedom. Now more so than ever, may Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai continue to bless you in your households. I'm the brother Yawam, coming back at you with another lesson, Lord, when it's edifying to the Lord's elect. All right, and just wanted to blow the trumpet in Zion. All right, let me get that real quick. Joel 2:1. Blow you the trumpet in Zion. Zion is a code word speaking of the nation of Israel, which the nation of Israel consists primarily of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Natives, some of the Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. You also have the Israelite foreigners who are likened unto a speckled bird, who may look like the heathen nations because they've been scattered amongst the heathen nations. But their bloodline and lineage goes back up to Jacob by way of their fathers. Okay? So, like I said, just wanted to blow the trumpet in Zion. Let me continue on reading. And sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Alright. Now, what I'm blowing the trumpet on is this article that I came across. And it reads, Florida Senate bill seeks new labeling requirements for foods containing Maxine waters. Alright. You see it there on the screen. Alright. And that's a damn shame. And they do that because nobody trusts that industry, too much anymore, man. Okay? Because of what happened to a lot of people during the C-19 scandemic. So let's dive into this article. A new bill introduced in Florida, in the Florida Senate today, aims to establish stricter regulations for foods containing Maxine waters or Maxine water materials. Senate Bill 196, introduced by Senator Grutter, seeks to amend existing Florida laws by redefining certain food products as drugs and requiring clear labeling for those that include Maxine waters or Maxine waters materials. The bill proposes that foods containing any substance approved by the FDA to stimulate immunity or produce antibodies against diseases be classified as drugs under Florida law. This includes food products that contain substances derived from disease-causing agents. Their products are synthetic substitutes used in Maxine waters. One key element about SB 196 is the new labeling requirement. Foods that contain Maxine or Maxine water materials will need to display the words contain Maxine waters or Maxine water material on their packaging in prominent uniform size type. Additionally, the label must clearly state that the food is classified as a drug under Florida's Drug and Cosmetic Act. Failure to comply with these labeling rules would result in the food being deemed misbranded under state law. Wow. The bill also makes adjustments to Florida's drug regulations by including foods with the you know what in the scope of the state's drug definition. In essence, any foods with a you know what will be held to the same standards as prescription drugs in terms of manufacturing, distributing, and labeling. The bill includes changes to permit requirements for prescription drug manufacturers and distributors, ensuring that those involved in producing or distributing food containing the you know what will need to comply with existing regulations for drugs. It aligns various sections of Florida's law to accommodate these new provisions. It passed. It would take effect July 1st, 2025. It would represent one of the first significant steps in the state to regulate food products containing B materials more rigorously. That's a damn shame that they try to slide that shit into the food like that because people don't trust them anymore, man. So they gotta do a little sneaky stuff like that, man. And that's a serpent for you, man. That's why we refer to Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, as a damn snake. Okay? Okay, because only a devil will do some shit like this, man. Okay? A complete wicked devil will do some shit like this. Let's get some scriptures. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel chapter 4. And I'm going to start at verse 9. Take thou also unto thee wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and fitches, and put them in one vessel, and make thee bread thereof, according to the number of days that thou shalt lay upon thy side. 390 days shalt thou eat thereof, and thy meat which thou shalt eat shall be by weight, 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat it. Thou shalt drink also water by measure, the sixth part of a hin. From time to time shalt thou drink, and thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of man in their sight. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel. Okay, because this was a similitude that Ezekiel had to, go through. Okay, which was a representation of what the children of Israel, okay, which is so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, okay, will have to do in these latter times. Okay, so verse 13, and Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. All right, and we've been driven amongst the Gentiles. Okay, there's two types of Gentiles that talked about in the scriptures. You got the natural Gentiles, which are the heathens, okay, the other nations. And then you got the unnatural Gentiles, which are the Israelites, which has been Hellenized, that has been partaken in heathen customs, okay? But we've been driven amongst the natural Gentiles, the heathens, the other nations, okay? And it's been prophesied that we're going to be eating defiled bread, okay? And then also, too, that we should eat, pretty much poison and live. Let's get that in Mark chapter 16, verse 18. And it's Yahweh speaking. They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. Okay? And this mainly talking about the elect, okay? Because if you read up, it's talking about, these are signs that's going to follow the believers, okay? And a lot of times we're not harmed by these things, us believers, the truth, of the truth. We're not harmed by things like this, okay? Because of the fact that we believe, because of this scripture right here. So yeah, and these V's. And these different things that they putting into our food are deadly things, and it's not hurting us. So the water, how about Shemi Hawashai? Then even though they say they doing this, for good, Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10, never trust thy enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouch and yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy place. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who shall pity a charmer who was bitten with a serpent, or such any come nigh a wild beast? So one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? And that's why we don't feel sorry for people that went down and rolled up their sleeve, okay? And now they, messed up behind that, because we told start with the elder apostles of Great Millstone and the brothers on down. We were warning you, okay, not to take these things. But y'all people did it anyway because y'all didn't have any faith. Y'all trusted in Egypt, okay, and oppression, and you went and rolled up your sleeve, and now look at you. Nobody don't feel bad for you. For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. Right. Okay, even though they're trying to say that this food labeling thing is, for a greater good, okay, you really can't trust these labelings. But here it is, they'll tell you something that is organic, so-called organic, but it's worse than the stuff with GMOs in it, man. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And this is the point. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Right. All right. This is just another way, another ploy to undermine the simple-minded people, man. You can get one more and I'll close out. And there's nothing we can do. Okay. We can try growing our own stuff, but that will only get so far. Okay, because a lot of these seeds that they give us are GMO seeds. Okay, so hey, we just ultimately got to have faith and trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because this is part of our curses playing out. In Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger. And it's talking about our foods having these V's in it, in the thirst, in the nakedness, and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Right. But we don't have a yoke of iron upon our neck anymore, because as a people, okay, we have been destroyed. Hosea 4:6. My people have been destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Okay, because we don't know who we are as a people. But the Wadi Hawah Shimbi Hawashah, for the truth being back out in the earth again. Okay. So I just wanted to, go into that article real quick. All right, just showing you the type of devil we got to deal with, man. They putting the V's in our foods because people refuse to take them. Okay, and that just shows you the wiles of the devil, man. Okay, the crafty devices. Okay, so pray and hope this is edifying, giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessing, safety, and salutation to the hopeful elect, to you believers and listeners out there. Shalom.